Follow me to adventure!
Hello. Hello, sir. I'm done with Fallen Masks, and that brought me to another adventure. This one's called A Fungus Among Us. And I feel like this one has a bit more notoriety than a lot of the other adventures. It's not an easy adventure to get gold on, but it is very doable. And I know this because I have played this before. In fact, I played this a decent amount. It's one of the adventures I got stuck on for a while, just doing over and over and over again. And recently I've been getting a lot better at it. So I am already in the top 500. So that aspect is done. But I do want, so now my current goal is to beat this one right here. I don't know why. I just want to beat 1 minute. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to break 1 minute. And if I happen to get slightly below 59.84 seconds, that would be pretty good too. But I'm pretty close. I just have to shave a few seconds off. And one of the issues I have right now, here, I'm going to go over the adventure with you real quick. But one of the issues I have right now is I know how to cut 3 seconds off pretty easily, but I feel like it might be a little screwy. It might be a little bit too cheesy. So I don't know if I want to do it. But then at the same time, you have rank 55 Grimjack with 16 seconds. So as you can see, there is some shenanigans going on with a lot of the high level people. So I have no intention of doing any of these shenanigans, and I have no intention of getting below like 360 or whatever, let's say, rank 360, because I think that's just like it involves like bugs. I saw a video of a below 20-second version of this, and it involves some in-game bugs that I don't know how to reproduce, and I don't want to try to learn how to reproduce. So yeah, we're just going to bypass that and live with the fact that we're not going to get above 300 and something rank. And that's okay. Kind of just like with Sanctum Scramble. We just have to deal with it. That's fine. I'm top 500 and that's all I care about. But we will be breaking that 1 minute interval before this session is through. We're going to break 1 minute. But yeah, I should tell you how to do this adventure. So first of all, Speed Boost Mushroom is very important to this for a couple of reasons. Number one, it makes you go fast. Number two, it protects you from one of the dangers in this area, which is like if you go in water as a mushroom, you get soggy, and the Speed Boost Mushroom protects you from that. So you need to have Speed Boost Mushroom for at least a certain section of this, but hopefully as much as possible. So let's press play, and I'll show you how this is done. You press play, you're turned into a fungus. And you have 2 abilities. You walk around not too fast. Your first ability is called Shroom Jukes, and it shoots you ahead, and it like launches you a little bit, like makes you do a little bouncy bounce, and then one last little leap at the end. And then there's this one, Cap Hop. It turns into a flip over skill, so you flip over with the cap, and then it's a jump, a targeted jump, and it can get a little stuck if you don't time the second jump properly. So you could like do the cap hop and then like it won't activate for a few seconds afterwards. So you know, you got to be careful about your timing. And also if you have the Speed Boost Mushroom already, both your Shroom Jukes goes further and your cap hop also goes further and gets activated faster. So Speed Boost Mushroom, very important. But let's move on to the next section. I'm not going to be able to do it in time at this point. I'm just gonna show you the more interesting sections here. So you want to come up here and get to the gate, but here's where the first hurdle happens. From going from here to this area, the most efficient way of doing it is using your Shroom Juke to go across this ledge. Easiest way to do it is to use your cap hop and go across, but fastest way and more efficient is the Shroom Jukes. The only problem is it's not easy to get it. So you have to like line it up properly and be like basically on here, and it'll Shroom Juke. But I also should have, if I had, I think that would have worked if I had the Speed Boost Mushroom at that time. But that's the first hurdle, and the first hurdle, it's nice that the first hurdle is so early in the adventure, because it means when you fail that, you reset. It's only like 10 seconds. You know, it's not so bad. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just go to the sections with my character, so that I'm not with the timer going all the time, and I'm gonna play the slightly more than a minute run that I just did, so you could see basically the right way to go. And I'll explain little sections of it as we go as well. So yeah, so you do the shroom juke across there, and then you do a cap hop to here, and then, but be careful, because your cap hop would be from like over here, and then you like land, like the first cap hop goes here, and then you use your direction thing to over here. But the problem is, if you get too close to here, you get like held up when you do your second jump, and you just fall in the hole. So careful about that. But then here, you're gonna want to use your shroom juke through the waterfall here, because that's a really fast way to get through, and you won't get soaked. And then you hit the speed boost mushroom as you come through, and then hopefully it'll actually bring you over this little rock as well. That's like the perfect shroom juke you could get. It's not easy to do either. That's hurdle number 2. Then you walk down this way, use your shroom juke again, number 1 ability, and then you cap hop to here, facing this way, turn your camera, and then use your targeted ability over here, because these guys are too, you know, if you get hit by one of these rocks, you get knocked down for like 3 seconds if you go into these AoEs. Like here, as you can see, I'm stuck for 3 seconds. So you don't want to do that. Your cap hop, the second part of your cap hop will jump you over those things, and then you shroom juke once you land, coming through both of these really fast and getting you to this adrenal mushroom, which resets your cooldowns. Now here's where it gets interesting, because I'm pretty sure most people go down here. They shroom juke off this cliff, which makes you do like a little leap halfway through near the bottom, so you don't take falling damage, and then they cap hop up to here. That's very fast, but I don't know if it's the fastest thing to do, because once you get your adrenal mushroom stuff back here, I'd like to try, I'm still trying it, I don't know if it's faster or slower, it might be slower, but I've been cap hopping from here to here, and then you know, launching up here with the secondary ability, and then from up here you jump and do your shroom juke to the top of this thing, where the next gate is, and the next gate is up here. So, and you take a little bit of falling damage, but you land at the top, so you don't have to. It's like a different way of. It's basically the same amount of cooldowns, but it's one used before the other, and you get to the top both ways. I don't know which one's better. Honestly, I just don't know which one's better. Probably the one that everybody does, but I'm gonna still try mine a few times. Then from up here, you do another shroom juke, number 1 ability, which brings you to over here. It jumps this little chasm with the last thing. You jump on top of these guys, and then when you get here, your shroom juke should be up again, and you should try to shroom juke so that it brings you, you know, over here, basically, over this little cliff. And then the last little bit, you just climb up here and use your cap jump ability. Cap jump through this gate, and then aim up here where the second gate is, and you just skip all of this stuff. You just go straight across to there. And that's basically what seems to be the most efficient way of doing it. It's just a matter of getting it down perfectly and like not messing anything up. So it takes a lot of patience to doing it over and over again. And it's possible. I mean, I guess it's possible. There's more efficient ways. I haven't found any yet, and except for the one that I'm trying out these days. But I think that might actually be slower than the other way of doing it. So I'm gonna keep on trying. I'm gonna try to break 1 minute, and if I do, that'll probably be the last thing that I show you in this video. So that's Fungus Among Us. It's actually pretty straightforward once you get to know the route. Nothing to it really. Just getting it down pat. Good luck, everybody, and good luck to me as well. Let's hope I can do it. Goodbye. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, I'm in the top 373 now. I got what I wanted to get, but I think I can push a little bit further. Let's see if I can get top 250 somewhere. I don't think I can, actually. That's a bit of a gap. But I'm going to keep going a little bit, see if I can get a little bit higher than this. This, by the way, it looks like super speed, at least in this particular scenario, makes you go faster than speed boost mushroom. So like here, if I give myself super speed at the beginning using Zephyrite runes, and it stays on because it's not a boon, look how crazy far this thing takes you. I think super speed at the start of this is what is the way to go. Just a little short little boost of super speed, and it'll get you faster. It kind of gets like held up on some of these terrain things a bit, so you got to be careful. But yeah, super speed, better than speed boost mushroom to start off with. Also, I don't know if quickness affects it, but you could get quickness as well off the start if you eat some light roasted coffee and then get on a mount, and when you press play, it dismounts you, but it dismounts you after you've turned into the mushroom ready, so you don't lose your boons. So, boom, you get quickness for a bit. And I think it might make some of your things activate faster. I'm not sure, though. I think super speed is more important than quickness for sure. But anyway, that's a start. You could technically get both with a little bit of setup, which is what I might do for some of my runs. That's not to mention the other thing that I'm not going to be doing here. I'm gonna keep on trying over here on this thing to try to boost this possibly lower than 57. I will see if I'm able to do it, but otherwise the next thing you'll see is this run. But if I can get under 57, I'll show that run. And then who knows? Because one issue is that on EU, I think some people's times are a little bit lower, so I'm going to try to beat that too. But EU, you know, nobody really cares what happens on EU, right? But anyway, I'll see you later. And hopefully this shows you some cool stuff. Okay. Fungus. Doneness. Goodbye, Fungus Among Us. Goodbye. It's not over. I have thought of something that feels strange to me. And it's that, okay, so on my fastest run, I think so far, I was on my Willbender because I thought that, hey, the 25% boost you get from that trait for Willbender, I wonder if it works while doing this. And it probably doesn't. It just felt faster for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. But then I remembered, okay, nourishment does work. And I'm pretty sure there's utility would work as well. And for some reason it costs a ridiculous amount of money to buy, but I think it's worth trying. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a Writ of Masterful Speed for 9 gold. And if this works, I'm going to use one of those utility primers, if I have one. Utility. Not here. Maybe in... I'm pretty sure I got one recently from a Black Lion chest. Utility primer. Not here. I'm going to use one of these, though, because why not? But anyway, let's see if this works. Because if so, I might have to redo all of the adventures again and get higher scores. But anyway, I digress. This could be a game changer. Let's find out.